get down to brass tacks, gentlemen.
This is it. The American dream.
Let's just cut the crap and get down to brass tacks here.
This is it. The American dream.
Let's get down to brass tacks here.
This is it. The American dream.
But let's get to brass tacks here.
Bloody good double.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. It is the Brass Tacks Podcast, episode 95. We're your hosts, Rick and Adam. My name is Rick.
White Boy Summer. Yeah, man.
All right, that's Adam. And we are joined by the lovely and talented Rabbi Red Eye, as well as Executive Intern Logan. Hello, fellas.
Hello, what's up?
How's everyone doing today?
Doing well, man. Starting early to get a head start on that 3-hour show.
Yeah. No, Adam has a gala to attend later on, so we're doing it a little early today. How you doing, John Lemon? Good to see you, brother. It's a nice stormy afternoon here in Myrtle Beach. Nice and humid, too. As I was telling the fellas, I got eaten up by ants earlier, climbing trees with the nephew. I really do.
Oh, the ants were climbing the trees, too?
Well, I'm the uncle, and then there was ants.
Just your nephew.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
At least wait till
the ants biting you, dude.
At least wait until the intro music's over before we start bombing everywhere. I really do, like, moving back to the South has really shown me, like, how bad of, like, pussy skin I really have. Like I said, this past week, I went through this hoarder house with my buddy who lives down the street from this dude who used to, like, hoard a bunch of shit. It was like trailers and car parts and furniture, just all manner of shit. And his property is covered in mosquitoes. And I just got tore the fuck up, man. Like, it was like the bites were so big, it looked like I had welts all over my arms and shit like that. And then my buddy, not a single bite. He's completely fine.
Ooh. What was the difference between you and your buddy?
Well, I'm a Hispanic man. He's a black man, but I don't think that has anything to do with it.
Oh, well, I wasn't sure. I don't know. Maybe there's a difference.
Why I think I know exactly why you wanted me to delineate between the two.
Just curious.
You're such a hate monger. But yeah, the insects down here, it's just insane. It's more than I remember, is all I can say.
Yeah, dude, I got no mosquito bites.
Yeah, well, you live like almost where trees can't grow, dude. I don't want to hear it out of you. You can't breathe up there.
Well, George Floyd.
Okay.
You ain't black.
I've gotten winded walking down Adam's driveway to get the mail before with him. Like,
oh yeah, for sure.
It's always, even when I lived in Colorado, it's an adjustment being up at Adam's house. You have to really pace yourself. And that's something I learned the hard way a couple of times.
It's another mile up from Denver. Denver's a mile high. This is almost 2 miles.
That's like 2 miles. Or not. Fuck you, dude.
Yeah, man.
Bloody 2 miles.
That fucking obsession. But dude, last night, all right, so my whole life I've enjoyed martial arts films, especially like the really old cheesy ones with the bad dubbing and all that other crap. And I was delighted last night when I was surfing around on HBO Go that they had a bunch of like old samurai movies, like 47 Ronin and the one that we're gonna get into here. It's called Hanzotherazor, amongst a plethora of other titles. Now, I've seen all these movies before, like as a child and shit like that and growing up and stuff. I was rewatching Hanzo the Razor. It's the first one that came out, and I think it was like 1972. I don't remember these things being in this movie. Like, I'm going to show you one scene in particular that just kind of weirded me out. And it's literally like, it's like 20 minutes into the film. But this, along with a bunch of other bullshit, I don't remember at all, but I wanted to show you guys this because I couldn't believe that this is just part of a film. Like they wrote this into a movie. I'm just gonna show you. It leaves off where Hanzo, the main character here, he's taking a bath, or so it would seem. But really what he's doing is a certain type of conditioning, and I'm going to show you guys what type of conditioning he's doing. And I'm just going to play the video here. If you're on one of our audio-only platforms and you want to see the video we're watching, just go over to YouTube and check out Brass Tacks Podcast. Don't be scared. Here you go. It's just really uncomfortable. So there he is. He's bathing his penis. He's just pouring hot water on his penis.
I don't see anything.
Oh, what the fuck?
I don't see anything.
Oh, yeah, it's not showing up on the stream for some reason. Oh, I think HBO might have one of those things in place where you can't stream the content. Like if you're on broadcasting software, you can't show the content.
I thought this is how we watched Invisible Man whenever we watched it on HBO, though.
Yeah, but we weren't streaming it on YouTube. I think that there's...
Oh, yeah.
And we weren't using OBS. I think when you connect it to OBS, it knows that you're streaming it. Because there's a couple other platforms that do that too. God damn it, I really wanted to show you guys this. Fuck.
Is there a YouTube video of it?
Let me
If it's
see.
that old, you might be able to find a YouTube video of it.
Yeah, let me see, because it's pretty... It's a pretty intense scene. I don't know why they would put that on YouTube or if it would be allowed on YouTube. Let me see real quick.
From a movie, though.
Yeah.
So you're saying that scene's all filmed indoors. It's intense?
You know that's not what I was saying at all.
Oh, okay. Sorry.
I'm not seeing... Yeah, I'm not seeing it on here. Here, let me tell you what's going on in it, though.
It's about 20 karate chop movies or videos.
Well, no, there's nothing. That's what I'm trying to tell you guys. There's nothing like this, because what he's doing in this scene is he's got super hot water and he's pulling up buckets of it and pouring it on his penis and nothing else.
Why?
And while he's doing it, it's showing you these weird little devices around the room. Like there's a flat board laying on stilts about waist high, and it's got two little circles and a shaft like divot in it, as if someone were like slamming their dick into it, and it made like dick dents onto the wood. And then to the left of that, there's like a stand where you would hold on to it with like handles, and then there's a burlap sack in the center with a hole cut out, and it's full of salt. And it shows him repeatedly thrusting his hard dick into this salt bag over and over and over again. This scene lasts for way too long. And then he brings his cock.
Describing Adam's basement.
Yeah, Adam doesn't have a basement.
Yeah, you beat me to that, Rick.
He's got a lot of closets, though. But basically, after that, he pulls his dick out of the salt bag. He walks over to the wooden bench, and he puts his dick and balls on this piece of wood, and they blur it. Like you can see the outline of a fleshy shaft, and and you can't convince me that a Japanese man in the 1600s had a hog like this. It's a big dick. It's a big old dick. And he
had a
is
stand-in dick. Do you think it was a stand-in dick?
I just think it was a fake dick, dude.
Oh, just a fake dick. Okay.
I think it was a practical effect, is what that was. But it shows him repeatedly hammering his own dick with a plank of wood. And the camera's focused on the plank of wood and everything else blurry, but you can clearly make out a dick with a big fat dick head, and he's just beating it into this block of wood. And so it gives you zero context as to why he's doing this. And like 10 minutes into the film, he and a brigade of like do-gooder policemen from whatever province, I think he's living in like Edo, Japan or something like that, they go out and straight up kidnap a woman to interrogate her about where this certain guy might be. And while they're interrogating her, she won't break. She won't tell anything. She's not snitching. So Hanzo walks in and he's like, hold on, give her to me. I'll make her talk. And he gets his big fucking Japanese hog out and he starts raping information out of this woman. And yet he's still supposed to be the good guy in this movie. He's raping information out of her while guys stand guard on this like little boat that he abducted her in. And he's banging her, and then she's giving him information, and then when he stops to ask more questions, she's like, no, don't stop. And he starts wrecking her, and then it shows, this is the worst part, it shows a camera going in a woman's vagina. Like, it's not a fake vagina. It's like they scoped a real woman's vagina for the film, and it's just the camera going in and out. And you can just see vaginal walls. And the entire time they're cutting back to their faces while he's raping information out of her. And yet he's supposed to be this rogue, oh, I'm uncorruptible, I'm a good guy. Like, nowhere in the movie do they address the fact that he raped a chick in pursuit of justice.
Maybe it wasn't that dick training turns your dick into like every chick it penetrates, it just like melts them with X.
It's
then
just,
it's not really a rape. She's enjoying it.
Well, that's the thing, is it went from rape to, I guess, I mean, like, can you call it consensual sex if she starts to enjoy it and tells you to continue? Because you already broke the rape seal. You've already abducted a woman off the street in broad daylight, and now you're raping her on a boat.
Rick, that's called flirting. Come on.
Yeah, I guess considering, I mean, even if you look back not that long ago, I mean, I've heard certain stories, like, I haven't heard a lot of stories about how, like, my grandparents have met, but I've been to my friends' houses before, and we've, like, visited with family and stuff like that, or if it's a holiday, grandparents over. I've heard some pretty aggressive, this is how I met your grandma stories. It's always like, yeah, she wouldn't go out with me, so I followed her around town for like a month, bothering her at work and like never leaving her alone. And it's like, eventually she said, fuck it, you know?
Yeah, there's all sorts of that. Yeah, and like, aren't there like songs that are basically pro-rape, pro-stalking?
Isn't there a Christmas song?
Pro-rape. You know.
What?
Yeah, baby, it's cold outside.
Oh, I forgot about that. Yeah, dude, where he's just basically like, it's like he timed it. He's like, there's a blizzard outside. She's not going anywhere. And he lets her know.
Implication.
Yeah, exactly. Are you going to hurt these women? Wasn't that Bing Crosby too?
I think so.
That heavy-handed galoot. Wasn't he always drinking and hitting his family anyway? I'm pretty sure there was one of those crooners. Like, I know they all had drinking problems, but I know one of them in particular had a problem with hitting his kids and smacking them around a lot.
Oh, so it was Frank
like doing choke slams.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. What'd you say, Rabbi?
I just said he liked doing choke slams. I don't know.
I'm so upset I can't show you guys this scene. I'm gonna see if I can. You know what I could do? I could, I'll save it for next week, but I can record that on OBS and just play it back as a clip, because it's not that long of a, like, it's longer than should be in a movie in terms of like I don't know why I have to look at a man beating his dick with a plank of wood for fucking 10 minutes.
What time period was it supposed to be?
It's I think it's either 1500s or 1600s Japan. It's like when samurai were still around.
Probably.
But they had there were certain modern amenities, so it couldn't have been like, I don't think it was like 1400s or anything earlier than that. But I'm no historian. I like anime and samurai movies. I'm not.
I feel like everyone was getting raped back then, so I mean.
Yeah, I don't even think it was called rape back then. It was just
yeah.
We was bucking. That's what they called it. They called it bucking back then. But yeah, it was a really uncomfortable movie. Like I tried to watch it after that, but it completely fell apart. You can't show elongated rape scenes with like the inside of a vagina and stuff like that. Like it ceases to be art at that point, and you're just like, why like, it's a samurai movie, but they're showing the inside of a real vagina. I don't understand it.
Japan, dude.
Yeah, I mean, that's the thing too. It's kind of par for the course with them. Like I think it's kind of like, that's synonymous with most countries that have had nuclear weapons dropped on them or detonated around them. Like, you're gonna have some weird tendencies from the generations that follow.
I think it has to do with nuclear bombs being dropped on you. I think they were obviously doing weird shit probably in the 1600s, just like that. That's how it got them to getting bombs dropped on them. They're doing weird shit, dude.
Good point.
They're bagging their dicks with fucking planks and putting salt on their dicks. They had to get bombed.
That's the thing. It's like
it was only a matter of time before they got fucking bombed. All right?
You raise a
Fucking
very
weird,
good point.
Weirdo fucking salt and come on, dude.
The thing that bothers me is that like I always go too deeply into movies and into people's characters and shit, and I'm thinking to myself like this guy is a hardened samurai. He's like seemingly unstoppable, yet for this portion of his day, he cuts a very particular portion out of his day to callus up his dick and beat it with wooden rods and shit, so that he can weaponize it against females.
Yeah.
In the communities that he's serving, he's the worst cop.
Yeah.
So is that the real sword?
What? Oh, the dick?
His penis.
Robbie, if you want to stay on this, if you want to continue to be a part of this program.
That could be onto something there. It's like you treat your dick like your sword, dude. Sharpen it with salt.
He is called Hanzo the Razor. Maybe that's what it is. Maybe he just goes like maybe he just has really bad VD. And so he calluses it up too, just to get it all nice and rough. Like everything about his penis is meant for punishment and zero pleasure.
Oh, I bet everyone back in that era had VD or some kind of like, syphilis.
I don't think there was a whole lot of VD outside of that, though.
Syphilis for sure, dude.
And I think they had they definitely didn't have AIDS. Lucky devils.
We don't even have AIDS.
Well, that's a good point.
Today, if you have AIDS, you're lucky.
Yeah, true. I never thought I'd live to see a day where it was like better to have AIDS than cancer. Like we have done nothing with cancer.
Yeah, thanks, Bono. You fucking spent all your time curing AIDS, you asshole.
Yeah.
Cancer.
Dude,
idiot.
He's got AIDS. That's the only reason he ever went around trying to fucking cure it.
Yeah, what an asshole.
Bono's such a disingenuous clown, dude. I'm so glad we don't see him in the media like we used to. It was incessant for like what, like a good 2-year period. It was like that's all you saw was fucking Bono in his leather pants jumping around in his 60s. Get over it.
Hola.
What?
That Vertigo song.
Their early stuff was good.
Rabbi,
Shut up, Robbie.
I'll spit in your fucking face, dude.
Oh, what are you talking about? War is a great album.
Everyone always says like bands are better, like their older stuff's always better and stuff like that. It's like U2 was always a pretentious shit band. And I'm sorry, but if your one and only guitar player has to use 9 rows of pedals to sound like a guitar player, you're a shitty band. Oh, their messages are so deep. Yeah, and so was Hanzo's dick and that woman, but it didn't make me want to watch the movie anymore. I don't give a fuck.
The message wasn't deep, dude. It was low-hanging fruit.
Yeah.
Rick was right there. He picked him off the tree. Like, come on.
I'm from a country where they bomb us all the time. Oh, wait, no, he's Irish, isn't he?
Yeah, the British were up to no good.
Sunday, Bloody Sunday.
Yeah, wasn't that song about the IRA and like all those stupid Catholics versus Protestant shit? I'll never understand that. You're literally like you're the same. You're both Christians. You're both like your religions are adjacent to one another, and it's like, oh, we gotta bomb each other. And I get it. There's more to it than just that. There is a big money game and a big corruption game and all this other shit that goes into it. They're organized criminals, but it's, I don't know, to preface any type of armed conflict with religion is just so fucking silly.
Every conflict has some kind of connection to that.
Of course, that's what I'm saying. Kyle says, wasn't it more about being independent from the UK? Yeah,
yes, obviously that's all it was about, is being independent from the UK, but there's a reason why there's a Northern Ireland and then the rest of Ireland, like Belfast and stuff.
Yeah.
And the Protestants were essentially like loyalists to the British, I think. Catholics were kind of rebelling against British rule.
Gotcha. Yeah, see, I'm not well versed in the inner workings of that conflict.
It's in your head.
A little before my time. Shut up. I'm in my tub, She's dead. She drank too much. That's how they're going to find Rabbi. Yeah. That's how they're going to find Rabbi, dude, with a fucking gin clutched in his hand. It's the only thing that like isn't dead and bloated on him.
I'm drinking Canadian whiskey right now. So.
Oh, boy.
Hey.
He's gonna be fighting his neighbors. Let's see. Oh yeah, before we get into bad news, I found this clip. And this is a few years old, and it's I'm sure some of you have seen it before, but this clip made me think of Adam because the news, like the people that covered this story, they don't give the real reason for why this officer pulled over his daughter and his daughter's boyfriend. I want you guys to see if you can guess why he doesn't want his daughter dating this boy. So I'm just going to go ahead and play the video for you.
This is what can happen when an overprotective dad is a police officer. In this disturbing dashcam video, the cop pulls a car over. Inside the vehicle are his daughter and her boyfriend.
You're going to jail.
You can get out.
For no good reason, he detains the boyfriend.
Have a seat in my car.
Uh-oh.
Then he puts his own daughter in the back of his cruiser.
Let me out of the car! It was wrong in every respect.
18-year-old Caitlin Kovac started dating Makai Coleman in high school. But Caitlin's dad, patrolman John Kovac of the Lorain, Ohio Police Department, disapproved of the relationship, calling the boyfriend, quote, not a good person.
Ooh.
Bad hombre.
I don't know if I believe that narrative.
Yeah.
And this is what, I think this is Ohio.
Convenient.
Yeah. Ohio.
But no one expected this.
You're going to jail.
Kyle says, I wonder why.
Get out. Have a seat in my car. We'll make up as we go.
Oh, that's always good.
He pulled over the young man and ordered him.
That's such a fucking problem. Like, the thing is he's aware.
Pig.
Well, yeah, he's aware that he's got a camera and a microphone and shit on his car that's going, and he doesn't give a fuck. Like, to him, this is what his power allows him to do. And he says, we'll make shit up as we go along. You know how many times I've heard that? Like, I've heard personal stories of that. Like, I have friends who are police officers and shit like that, and they've told me crap like that where there's really not much you can do about it until they make an ass of themselves publicly like this, because if you're the dude that goes to your superiors and snitch on this dude, then you're a fucking problem in the department.
Yep.
It's just
Yep.
that shit's not
Put
good.
Fucking dead.
The thin blue
put
line.
Dead rats on your car. The guy in Baltimore, what was his name? Like Michael Woods or something. He spoke out against a lot of police brutality and racism, and he would get harassed and have like a bunch of dead rats put on his fucking car.
Yeah, see, that kind of shit right there. There's just, I mean, that's a big fucking problem. Aside from it just being kind of like, from the outside looking in, it's kind of funny because like this is clearly just some old cop that doesn't want his daughter dating a black man. That's like what I get from
it's a
this.
violation of your civil rights, but you know.
Yeah, he's also he's abusing his power, his responsibility, his, you know, as being a public servant. He's abusing that for his own personal, you know, interests.
I've seen that
Which
a lot.
all of them are doing,
Instead
by the
of
way.
being professional about it, he's completely exploiting it. Yeah, yeah.
They're all doing that. They're
Almost
all are doing.
A lot of them.
Yeah, there's a heavy amount of them are doing that on a daily basis, and they don't even have to be black. I watch videos all the time of just everyone's civil rights getting violated all the time.
Yeah. Adam sends me sometimes, and it's like I do, like, I found a few last night that like would be interesting to watch and talk about. But dude, I know, like, and I know Adam will agree with me on this one, is like when I see those videos, it's so hard for me to like try to be funny because it makes me so fucking angry. Because they literally, like, what are you gonna do? It's like the dude's got a gun, and if you do try to stand up to him and they do end up like popping you, it's like they're probably gonna get away with it. Well,
they have a gun and they have qualified immunity.
Right. And depending on what state you're in, you're really fucked.
Yeah. Yep.
Like down here, if a cop pops you, I don't think too much inquiry is gonna be going into it, you know. And I'm certainly I'm not from affluence, let's say. I don't think the fatality would be looked into.
Yeah. Yep. They just need a little excuse, but they can make up anything. So.
Yeah.
Him into the police cruiser. Only then did he realize.
I like that he's smiling though. He knows he's not getting in any trouble.
Boyfriend's car.
That's a
I didn't even see
lawsuit.
you. Get out of the car. Get in my car.
Why was she in the
The
back
cop
seat?
tells
Oh, there's more.
boyfriend he
Yeah.
can go
Goodbye. Goodbye.
and puts his daughter in the back seat instead.
Knock it off!
The cop claims he was concerned that his daughter was suicidal because she once said, "If I can't be with him, I don't want to be here anymore."
Oh,
She's
shut
gonna
up.
kill herself.
This is a dude who's just intentionally making shit hard. Like, what teenage girl doesn't say over-the-top dramatic shit when they're in love? I've been in love and said dramatic shit like that when I was a teenager. I mean, nothing tantamount to where, like, I'd kill myself or anything, but, like, especially when you're a teenager, you don't know anything. Like, you don't know shit. And so, like, your first few loves that come along, it's like the most intense thing ever. Like, that's the end all be all of your life if something goes wrong.
Yeah.
This guy's
Right,
such
Yeah, I've
a
known quite a few teenagers that committed suicide, though.
Yeah, but I mean, that's just
And
natural
a lot of it
selection.
had to do with. I'm not justifying what he's saying, but you know,
Right.
it does happen. But what he's doing obviously is what a lot of cops end up doing. Instead of de-escalating, they escalate it.
Yes,
So he could
exactly.
have just, what he did from the start was fucking bullshit. But he
Yeah.
just keeps like showing like I got this fucking mission to do, and you stop it, you knock it off.
Yeah,
you know?
exactly.
Yep.
And he fits the
Telling you,
profile
yeah,
for,
she's fucking upset. She's embarrassed. She's
and that's
just making it worse. And
that's the thing. Even if
fucking pig.
even if he
So,
is
yeah.
like a no good guy or like a shitty boyfriend or whatever the fuck, like you got to let that shit settle in the wash, man. Like there's nothing a parent's ever going to be able to do to convince a teenager who's in love that the person they love is not good for them. I've seen it time and time again. I've seen it with my sisters when they were teenagers. I've been through it before with people in my past, like where your friends and your family are like, yo, that person's no good. Like you're fucking around and you're going to end up getting burned from this. And it's like, you never want to hear it until it's too late. It's just, I don't know. It's just,
Well, you got to handle it. You got to handle it as a parent. You
Right.
don't handle it as a cop who happens to be a parent.
Exactly.
So I'm gonna use my cop
Right.
stuff. If he was a firefighter, would it be okay? He fucking drives up with the truck, doesn't even to say anything, just fucking sprays the whole fucking
Oof.
sprays the boyfriend and stuff.
That would probably be even more actionable in court because I think we've gone through those types of actions before with the fire department and
Yeah, he
people of
brings
color.
the
It's not
canine unit with their German shepherds. Like, come on.
that's a whole issue. That's a whole nother. What if he was a firefighter though, and they were just hanging out at his house, and dude, like, he set a fire at the house and kicked the door and was like, "You guys gotta get out of here." It's a vigilante arsonist.
Yeah.
John
But
Lemon's
these guys
correct.
Use their power all the time.
John Lemon says all you can do is remind her to use birth control. That's the thing is like, if that were my daughter, I'd get her some form of birth control that's not a pill, like something that she doesn't have to worry about taking every day. Give her something that can stay in her, that she can just get loads fired into her all day long and not worry about it. And then just shut the fuck up. She'll grow out of it. Everybody goes through a hoe phase.
Well, you can't force her into having birth. I think she's older
Yes,
than
you
18
can.
now. Like, she's not a 16-year-old.
Yeah, that's true. That's
She's an adult. So,
Oh, is she?
yeah, I think they said like they met in high school or something, but she's like in college or something at this point, I would assume.
Oh, that's even more ridiculous, dude. I dated a girl whose dad was like that. Like, I've had a couple of girlfriends in the past whose dads have just been these weird, overbearing, like, dude, she's daddy's girl. Like, not like I love my daughter. Like, it's like she's mine. You know, that kind of thing. Like, it's weird when you deal with a parent who's like that, who sees you as like this weird, like almost like sexual competition. They make it weird and shit like that. That's I'm sorry.
You know
go ahead.
that kid's trying to fuck.
Well,
So-
duh. What teenager's not trying to fuck their boyfriend or girlfriend?
Yeah, you're trying to fuck all day, every day. So yeah, I hear you.
But yeah, it's just a weird thing. Like I was like 23 or 24 something like that. And my girlfriend at the time was like 20.
You graduated high school?
Was like 22. Eat it, Rabbi. And it was her birthday, and we had been at my house, and she and her friends had been drinking and shit like that. Obviously, so had I, but I'm already at home. So I was like, yeah, everybody can crash here. So everybody like slept in the living room on the couches and stuff like that. And she and I slept in my room upstairs. And like the next day when I went to bring her home, her dad and her mom were like screaming at the top of their lungs and freaking out and like trying to have these sit down talks with me and stuff like that. And I was like, dude, I'm in my 20s. Like, I'm not going to hear any of this shit. And the dad was like, oh, we're going to the end of the driveway. I'm like, all right, if that's what you want to do. And I go down there with him, and I'm preparing, like, I'm thinking like, okay, we're going to fight. Like, that's what it means when a dad says we're going to the end of the driveway. Like, we're going to go down there and fight. So we get down there, and I put my hands up, and I'm ready to start rocking with this cat. And he's like, who do you think you are? And starts like giving me this 5th degree shit. And I'm like, wait a second. I thought we were going to fight. And he's like, you don't want me to fight you. I was like, no, you old drunk. Like, you guys, he was a fat old drunk guy. There's no reality where this dude beats me up. And he just starts yelling at me. So I was like, all right, dude, I'm gonna go ahead and get the fuck up out of here. And he's like, you're not going anywhere. And I was like, dude, I'm not your kid. You can't keep me here. I was like, if you put your hands on me, I'm gonna fuck you up. Like, what do you think this is? And that's not the first time I've had to deal with a crazy parent like that. I had one dude when I was in my 20s again. I dropped this girl off. We had dated in the past and stuff like that. We weren't even dating at this point. Like, we were at the same party. We crashed at my buddy's house. Nothing happened between us. And I drove her home the next day. As I'm driving off, her fucking dad comes bursting out of the house at like 5 a.m, chasing my truck down the street. And she texts me and she's like, yo, he's freaking out. He's like saying like, oh, this guy thinks he can just fuck my daughter and dump her off here at 5 a.m. and shit like that. And I was the responsible one. I was like, no, we shouldn't do this. You can. Because she was all drunk and she tried to bang me that night. And I was like, no, dude, I'm not. That's one thing. Even when I was drinking, like, I'm not going to sit here and bang drunk chicks and have that on my conscience and like be that guy that takes advantage of like drunk women at parties and stuff. Like, I was the one that was being responsible, and this asshole was going to come out there and have a physical altercation with me. Ugh.
That's Southern shit, dude.
I guess so. Yeah, you're right, because that's the only time that's ever happened is down here. I never had a single instance like that in Colorado. No. Pretty much everyone I dated, I got along with, like their parents or whatnot. Those of them that had parents.
Well, I don't know why you'd interact with their parents as an adult. Like, who cares?
Well, because every once in a while, like a birthday or like if you date somebody long enough, eventually their parents are going to be like, oh, when do we get to meet them? And you have to do all that bullshit, you know?
Oh, I'd say, cool, bitch. I mean...
You've never said cool, bitch. I'm going to call that out right now. Cool, bitch. Yeah. That dry ass penis. Let's see. Let's get into some bad news.
Well, I've got some good news and some bad news.
Okay, give me the bad news.
What's the bad news?
They're dead.
This whole thing fucking sucks. I mean, this is the biggest pile of shit.
All right, so we're starting out classy today. We've got a naked rampage at a Florida Outback, something we were talking about a little bit earlier today. Crazy woman, naked as all hell, starts having some kind of breakdown at this Florida Outback Steakhouse. And it says here, a naked Florida woman went berserk, destroying a Florida restaurant earlier this month, and it was all caught on video. According to the police report from the Ocala Police Department, the suspect, later identified as Tina Kindred, 53. That didn't look like no 53 body.
53?
She's aging like Stalker Patty.
That's what yeah, man.
It looks like she was arrested after causing thousands of dollars in damage at an Outback Steakhouse in Ocala on June 1st. Before the frenzy at the steakhouse, the Florida woman was also caused havoc at a nearby restaurant called Mojo Grill, banging windows and flipping over tables, according to the complaint. I've got a video pulled up of this incident. This is when the cops enter the building and give her the old electric shock treatment. Here. She cleared that building out.
Oh, it's blurred out.
Yeah, they blurred everything. Well, she's completely nude.
You can kind of see an outline. I think she's got a good body.
It seems like it.
They're yelling at this woman while there's electric streaming through her nervous system.
Yes. I was gonna say something.
This is how retarded police are. Taser, I'm gonna fucking tase you. And I'm gonna have it on, shocking you, and I'm gonna tell you what to do.
Right.
What?
Yeah, no, it makes
you can't move. You can't fucking comply to this. So it's like, oh, he wasn't complying while I was shooting him with 10,000 votes. Yeah, like.
I want to see.
Comply!
Let me see.
Stop resisting! Stop resisting!
Let's try this one. I want to see if it's
I'm a little carried away. I can.
Oh, it's the same one.
Kind of addicted.
Oh, it's a different angle, I think. Oh wait, no, this is the same video. What the fuck?
I think this chick is hot, dude.
I think she's hot just because she's in an Outback.
Unblurred version.
I think she's hot just because she's in an Outback throwing fucking liquor at cops. That's kind of I like ratchet bitches sometimes. Like that is one of my past weaknesses is just enjoying a good ratchet bitch. But you can't live life according to ratchet bitches in that mentality, because once you start getting into your 30s and into your advanced years and stuff like that, it doesn't look good to have a ratchet bitch next to you all the time. It's not okay.
Well,
Logan, shut up with your little laughter. I don't like that.
I'm sure she has like some mental issues, but how's a mental
Obviously
person stay so fit?
They're always doing crazy
titties.
shit like
you can
this.
see she has some hangers. You can see she has some heavy hangers.
I think she has hangers that are proportional to her body.
There's all sorts of hot, crazy bitches. There's all sorts of hot, crazy
cops
bitches.
and shit in Outbacks.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I think she's fit from being crazy. There is crazy fit.
Yeah, I guess so.
It's like retard strength.
You crazy fit.
You throw liquor so good, I'm on top of... Oh, okay. I just need to stop. Taser's deployed. I love the sound of a taser popping into someone.
Look at this. Look at this.
You can hear the electric.
Hear the electric.
Yeah, while he's yelling commands.
Yeah, like, fucking hear you idiot.
Yeah. That's all shit. She just shit herself. Oh, shit.
Ooh.
I thought that might... Hold on, let me see if I can get a better view.
Got a little snip. Oh, it's
too blurry. She kind of looks like an Auschwitz person there. I don't know. You can't really get a good read on this body situation.
Because they're using a fucking flip phone to record this shit.
Yeah, that's true. I think she's passed out.
Okay,
yeah.
like
this giant man can't.
The glass on the floor is not dangerous right now. Don't interrupt me. The glass on the floor is not dangerous right now. He's just standing over her, looking down. It's like, dude, go ahead and put her in her handcuffs. What the fuck are you doing? Like,
yeah, they're just standing there barking at her.
That, Robbie.
But yeah, that is. I mean, that's a problem. That's something you see in all these police videos, whether they're like instigating the issue or not. Like you always see them do some heavy-handed bullshit and then give like sometimes even just like backwards commands, like conflicting commands. It's just, I don't know, that kind of shit pisses me off so badly. Like nothing makes me angrier than when somebody yells, and what compounds the anger is when they say the same thing over and over and over again. If you're somebody who has to yell and repeat yourself over and over and over again, you're a dumb fuck and you have no business arguing with anybody. You're clearly stupid. Either that or you don't know how to fight, or you're just fucking retarded.
Or other people are just really stupid.
Well, everybody's stupid.
Yelling it over and over again.
I feel like you could subdue that chick. I could walk up to that chick in the clothes I'm wearing right now, sweat shorts and a fucking tight ass button-up shirt.
It's the worst shirt.
And grab her and subdue her.
Adam's getting a rod right now talking about this.
How could you not? She's not
sexual assault.
She's not a big woman.
Sexual assault.
Like, he could just walk up to her, talk to her, and like, but no, he's got to, like, dude. she's obviously mentally unstable.
Clearly, yeah. That's the problem, is that you can't be tasing crazy people. I get you can't let them hurt people, but that big ass dude could definitely take that chick down to the ground and at least subdue her with cuffs or something. Crazy people, you can't be beating on them and shocking them and shit.
You might have tase a dude that's 300 pounds,
right?
6'4". You can't deal with that, but she's probably 100 pounds. 120 pounds.
Yeah, that's a tiny chick. And that cop didn't look very tall either. Like, I'm guessing that chick's probably like 5'6", 5'7", something like that at the most.
And she's naked. You know she has no weapons.
Well, that's not true. You remember the meth dealer that they arrested a couple episodes back? She had a gun in her pussy. And they didn't catch that gun.
See it.
Well, no, they didn't catch
the like fully up there.
That's true. She did have clothes on before they got her back to the station.
They noticed the bulge.
Dude, I hate that fucking alarm. Who doesn't turn that alarm off?
Well, most of those alarms are actually controlled by the fire department themselves, so the cops and actual employees don't have access to them.
Oh, shit.
You have a key. You gotta stick a key in to turn it off.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. See, she's talking about the world ending. She's absolutely crazy.
Oh, is she?
Okay. Fucking conspiratorial Adam here.
Great reset. It's coming. Look it up.
No one's looking that up.
They're looking it up.
Here you go. Adam was in the news. Magic mushrooms started growing in a Nebraska man's blood after he injected them into his veins.
I heard about this a while ago.
That's insane. So a few days after the injection, he started to experience fatigue. Then came diarrhea, nausea, yellowing of the skin, and vomiting blood. Yeah. Oof. Okay, so
you can't.
Do you think
like actually inject a?
I'm sorry. What did you say?
It did not happen recently. It was a while ago.
Yeah, I thought so. Okay.
This was published January 2021, updated February 2021.
Okay. Yeah, that's.
So it's been about 6 months.
Yeah. Wait, what does that matter?
On top of this,
am I not getting it?
Oh, Logan's getting it.
As the psychoactive compound in magic mushrooms, psilocybin is proven to be an effective treatment for mental health issues like depression. Unfortunately, a 30-year-old bipolar man in Nebraska tried to treat himself by injecting the mushrooms rather than eating them. Within days, he experienced torturous symptoms and organ failure, while the fungi started to grow in his blood. Ugh.
Yeah.
The unidentified patient. Oh, you gotta dox this guy. Come on, man. Okay, so it says the unidentified patient spent more than 3 weeks breathing through a ventilator in the hospital as he neared death. Eventually, a team of resourceful doctors were able to flush the toxins out of his system in order to save his life. Jesus Christ. The man's case study revealed that he had stopped taking his bipolar medication in an attempt to reduce his opioid use. But during an ensuing series of manic depressive episodes, he read about magic mushrooms as a treatment option, then boiled the fungi into a liquid and injected it intravenously. A few days after the injection, he started to experience tremendous fatigue. This was followed by diarrhea and all the other aforementioned symptoms. His terrified family then rushed him to the hospital, where he was placed in intensive care for 8 days.
Yeah.
Fucking A, man. I feel like you should know better than that, though.
Mushrooms have to be ingested orally.
Yeah,
like it needs to hit your stomach and then broken down, and then it goes out of your stomach and gets released, obviously, into your bloodstream. When
I was 19, a buddy and myself, we smoked mushrooms. That was a painful,
disgusting,
intense situation. Like, it didn't nothing like this happen or anything, but it was just so, the effects were so immediate and so jarring because of how quickly it happened. And also it makes your chest feel like there's just sand in it. It's so uncomfortable. It's just not cool.
No. Eat them and drink them.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's it.
Make some tea.
So, yes. Mushrooms are awesome. People should do them. Not everyone.
No, definitely not everyone.
It could, because it could freak you out.
You might have a bad time.
But I like mushrooms a lot. Big mushroom guy.
I've never had a bad time.
Yeah, I agree.
I've had one bad time on mushrooms when I was much younger. Like it was I just took too many. Like that's a problem with mushrooms is like you usually go by weight of the stem or the cap or whatever the fuck, but like you can never tell the level of psilocybin in any given part of the mushroom. It's always going to be different and dispersed differently and shit like that. So it's never the same amount. You got to be so slow going with it unless you're like real seasoned and you just don't give a shit. But there's been plenty of times where I've miscalculated due to the just like trying to go by the size and the weight of something, and it just completely fucks you up. Instead, it has a mind of its own.
This is the rule I've
always just done.
Oh, go ahead. No, it's right. You're interrupting.
I was just saying. I'm sorry. I was just saying. I've always just done either 1/16 or 1/8 of a gram. Never done any more than
An
that.
1/8 of a gram.
Yeah, I just do it at one time.
1/8 of a gram?
You mean an 1/8 of an ounce?
Or I mean, an eighth of an ounce. My bad.
Even an 1/8 is a lot. Like that's a
I've done that
lot
before, yeah.
in one sitting.
I've done it several times.
No, you use the rule. Whatever can fit in your hand, you put it in your hand, and you eat it. Of what can fit in your hand, then that's proportional to the size of your body. So if you could do a handful is what, if you want to do mushrooms, maybe you should do. I wouldn't recommend it.
Do mushrooms in Minecraft.
Yeah.
It looks like
just a handful.
His kidneys and liver had begun to shut down by the time he arrived at the hospital. And then when they did a blood test, it revealed that he suffered from a bacterial infection. And he tested positive for fungal infection from psilocybe cubensis, which stunned physicians at. Oh, that means that the mushrooms he injected were growing in his blood, as stated in the article.
Yep.
The patient worsened thereafter and had to be put on a ventilator because of his acute respiratory failure. His lungs were filling up with fluid as an immune response to his body's infections. Ultimately, a flushing of his system and course of antibiotics saved the day. Though the patient survived the ordeal, it took 22 days in the hospital and a team of highly focused doctors to do so. Dude, I wonder how much that cost him.
Yeah, I was just going to say, that dude will never earn another dollar in his life.
No, that's it. That's everything.
His bill was $10 million. Here's your bill. Pay it for the rest of your life.
What if they could say pay it or you can never leave this place? Like they could just keep you in the hospital forever.
Well, what about that movie? Robbie, what's that movie?
What movie? You can't just say what's that movie. Oh, Repo Man?
Oh,
yes. Yes.
Repo Man.
Yeah.
That was loosely based on a Monty Python movie, The Meaning of Life, a segment in that one.
Oh yeah.
Monty Python's Meaning of Life, where there was a repo man. They would come in and say, "Oh, it's time to take your liver," and they just, got the page on it or whatever. And so they made a more serious action movie based on that
and
concept.
shit, Repo Man. It's in like.
No, the one I'm thinking of, it's got like Forrest Whitaker and I think
Ewan McGregor.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Law.
Yeah, and they go around repossessing people's organs that can't afford to pay for them, like people that had to get organ transplants and shit like that.
Oh, there's like a shitty version of that on Hulu, I think, where it's like a opera version of it.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, Logan, you're right. No, it's not. That's not it. But there was a play that actually was before the movie, I think.
Got it. Yeah.
Yeah, there was like some kind of musical or play. Repo Man is like a musical or something.
Yeah, it's a musical, and there's some movie on Hulu that did it.
Same concept. It's the same. Yeah, same thing.
Yeah. John Lemon raises a good point. He says, why would they give antibiotics to fight a fungal infection? Good question. I honestly can't answer that.
Doctor?
We need Dr. J on here. Dr. J does
Dr.
it.
Fauci.
Dr. Fauci, yeah. They had to do it in order to get the nerd's rope out of his legs. Or you do an impression at the same time.
We were both doing it.
It always works when you do it right at the same time.
It does.
Yeah.
It plays well.
Multi-layered.
Multi-layered. Like, I couldn't think of a joke. Whoops.
Tube steak.
He's back. Yep.
All right, so in other news, Jeffrey Toobin makes his return to CNN after his fall from grace after being caught masturbating on a Zoom call. And this guy, no matter how they paint it, I can't be angry at this guy. Like, I kind of just feel bad for him. He just looks like a goofball. Like, he doesn't look like a very smart man. And so when things like this happen to people who are not very smart people, I just feel kind of bad for him.
Well, he's a reporter. He's clearly not an intelligent person.
No, and he's just he looks like a grown-up kid, like just an old kid. He just looks dumb. But this is him coming back to CNN, and just the way they address it, like, I just feel so bad for him, because first of all, no one likes to be caught with their dick out under any circumstances. That's why I just freely show mine to like my friends and stuff like that, so I can never be caught. Like last night, for instance. Oh wait, was it last night or the night before last that I sent a picture of my?
It was last. No, wait.
I think it was the night before last.
Thursday.
Yeah,
Thursday.
2 nights ago.
I had a picture of Jar Jar Binks pulled up on my laptop, and then there was my hog just laying over to the side, like not hard at all, just soft laying to the side, and I sent it.
Just a sad dong.
Sent it to Adam and Rabbi.
Just a.
I think you had it semi-hard.
Yeah. Logan, if you need that picture, I'll email it to you.
Semi.
But that's the thing. See, now if anything ever happens and someone's like, oh, here's Rick's penis, I can be like, oh, who gives a shit? It's all over the place.
I wouldn't care to begin with. Yeah, that's my dick. Whatever. Who cares? Like, oh, you fucking hurt me. No, it's my dick. What?
Adam's dick is bright red.
No, I have a very dark dick.
Prove it.
Like, very tan.
Well, pull it out, Toobin. Show it on the stream, dude.
Does he have a tan dick?
I'm guessing so. He's a tannish looking man.
All right.
He kind of reminds me of an old boss I used to have, except for my boss is like a way tougher guy than this guy. Way smarter, too. Jeffrey Toobin is just retarded. Here, let's watch this uncomfortable interview.
And more. Hi, Jeffrey.
Hello, Allison.
Oh, wait, here.
And more.
Oh, there.
Hi, Jeffrey.
Whatever.
Hello, Allison.
It's been a while.
It has been a while.
It's been a while.
I feel like we should address what's happened in the months.
She's wearing a yellow
since
dress.
Some of our viewers
Who cares?
may not know
It's a piss
what
dress.
has happened. So I guess I'll recap. I'll do the honors.
Can you pause this for a second?
It's a
right there.
piss dress.
Look how fucking retarded that dress looks, by the way. It looks like it's the stiffest piece of garbage someone could ever put on.
Well, she's got it zipped down right under her microphone, just so you know that she's a little naughty.
Right,
she's not all the way like
the fabric's not even form fitting. It's like,
well, she's probably a fucking mess, dude.
It looks like a felt.
It's a ShamWow.
Yeah, it looks like a ShamWow. Exactly, Robbie. Perfect. Yeah,
it does. Yeah,
description.
she looks like she's wearing a chamois dress. Okay, I'm on your
Where's that
side
guy
now.
from
You're right.
Jersey?
This is a weird dress.
It's disgusting.
Okay. In October, you were on a Zoom call with your colleagues from the New Yorker magazine. Everyone took a break for several minutes, during which time you
Poor
were
guy's
caught
face.
masturbating on camera. You were subsequently fired from that job after.
What a cunt! She's
This bitch. You should have punched her before she said you were a master. Bah! Just fucking punched this chick.
He should have stood up and started fucking whacking his hog, dude, right in front of her. He should have been like, "You mean like this?" Ah! And just started blasting all over the counter. That's the thing.
Looking for bowls.
That dude's got enough money. He doesn't have to worry about work and stuff like that. If I would just double down. If they let me on TV a second time, like after some shit like that, I would whip my shit out again and be like, "Yep, and here it is." Just slam it in a binder or something. Like I would do some Hanzo shit and just start beating it on the counter.
I mean, Jeffrey Toobin stinks, anyways. But
yeah, who
this
gives
bitch
a
has
shit?
like a wig on or something. I don't know what's going on.
No, she's got one of those middle-aged female thinning hairlines, and she's doing everything she can.
Her neck, though, is hanging together.
Well, yeah, you get it pulled back enough, and you keep your hair growing over the fucking back
some
there,
makeup
so you
on
can't
it.
see the
Yeah,
staple marks.
Yeah, that hair. Like, would you want to go home and fuck this fucking hairsprayed bitch?
No.
Like,
No.
she's just spray hairspray on her whole body, just from top to bottom. That's what she looks like.
You get that dress off of her, too, and you know there ain't no damn features in there. She's a 2x4. She's a Miss 6 o'clock is what she is.
Yeah.
Straight up, straight
Rick,
down.
She looks like someone. She looks like someone we knew when you knew.
Oh, no.
Back in the day.
Are you talking about someone that I used to date?
Yeah.
Back in college?
You see it?
I do now.
Yeah, you
Thanks
see
a
it?
lot, dude. Thanks a lot.
You're welcome.
What Robbie is saying
You're
is that
welcome.
this looks like one of my exes, and he's not wrong. I really got it. I don't know. I don't know how to say that.
After 27 years of working there. And you, since then, have been on leave from CNN. Do I have all that right?
You got it all right. Sad to say.
Sad to
so
say.
Let's start there.
You see how excited she was?
Jay Leno.
Well, yeah, these fucking bitches love tearing somebody down, dude. It doesn't matter who it is.
A white bitch who's lived the life of privilege as well her whole life.
Yeah, with her pink iPhone down there.
You. God.
You know there's no words written on those papers in front of her either. It's a bunch of shapes and pictures and shit. Look at this dude in the background.
Yeah.
This dude in the background's like, he got caught doing what? I always love when they catch staff members in the background just walking by like, what the fuck did he just do?
That guy
it's like they told everybody, okay. Yeah, it's like he was in the bathroom when they announced that. It was like, all right, everybody, we need you to leave. Just take a break for a moment. And I think he was already like in the bathroom when he came back.
That's that motherfucker.
Like no one else in the background.
He had his dick out on the Zoom call.
They don't want everybody in the back like gooning at him or just like laughing, you know?
Yeah, because usually there's people working away, typing and shit like that, hunting and pecking on their home keys.
What the hell were you thinking?
Well, obviously.
Whoa, shut up, you retarded bitch.
Wait a minute. What? Bitch, you don't masturbate? Obviously, she.
You know she doesn't masturbate. You can look at her and tell.
I would say 99% of women don't want to have sex with anyone ever. But yes, this is ridiculous.
I don't know if I'd say all that.
Well, I know. I'm trying to be hyperbolic, dude.
Have you seen TikTok?
That's thirst traps, dude.
Telling you. Yeah, that's a good point too. Yeah, that's a very valid point. But no, no one's kicked the doors in on that pussy in like 30 years, I'd be willing to bet.
Probably.
With that fucking whack-ass dress she's got on.
You can't even talk to that bitch. What were you thinking? What do you think I was thinking? I wasn't thinking. I'm jerking off.
Yeah, exactly.
You think when you jerk off, you do when you start jerking off, you don't think the next time until a load has been shot.
Yep.
And about 10 seconds after that, you come to your
senses.
Yeah.
Exactly.
But yeah,
you start crying.
This is what
start crying.
what fucks me up. I just don't like. How is it her place to be belittling this guy, and why are they even putting him through this? Like, if I were him, this to me is like, have some fucking dignity. Why do you have to explain yourself to people? First of all, if you think that the camera's off, like clearly this dude didn't do it on purpose. Nobody in his position who wants to keep their job is going to intentionally try to whip their dick out in front of colleagues, especially given the times we're living in. It was clearly a mistake. It sucked, and yeah, he should have had better judgment instead of like just whipping his dick out right after a Zoom call. But like, you're in the comfort of your own home. You should be able to whack off and get the poison out in whatever room you want, however you want.
Yep.
Fucking now she's over here trying to take him to task on it.
Thinking very well or very much, and it was something that was inexplicable to me. I think one point, I wouldn't exactly say...
What if he was like, my wife is a cunt. So before I went in there to deal with her bullshit, I wanted to drain my fucking bag.
My defense.
It's bad
Nothing is really in my defense. I didn't think I was on the call. I didn't think other people could see me.
Clearly.
You thought that you had turned off your camera?
Correct. I thought that I had turned off the Zoom call. Now, that's not a defense. This was deeply moronic and indefensible.
That dude in the background's like, fuck yeah.
That is part.
He starts jerking off.
And you know,
she does.
7 subsequent months, miserable months in my life. I can certainly confess.
Quit clapping your hands, you nervous fruit.
In therapy, trying to do some public service, working
Wait
at
a
a
minute.
food bank.
Wait a
which I
minute.
certainly
Yeah.
continue.
Yeah. He's in therapy.
He's doing therapy?
Yeah.
Because of this?
Yes, Adam. He wants his life back.
Is he in therapy for being a man and trying to jerk off?
Yes, he is. That's exactly what he's in therapy for. You know exactly what he's saying and exactly what they're trying to do to this man.
It's a toxic masculinity.
So he's Catholic?
We're stone cold feminists here, and we're calling you out.
Yep.
Confess. Trying to be a better person. I mean, in therapy, trying to do some public service, working at a food bank, which I certainly am going to continue to do.
No, you won't.
Working on a new book about the Oklahoma City bombing, but I am...
He had to throw that in there. I'm working on a new book. They always have to pitch whatever bullshit that they're doing, and he's writing a book on the Oklahoma City bombing. That's topical.
I thought he'd be writing a book like on how to jerk off tantrically while on a fucking Zoom call.
I wish he'd write a book about how to jerk off tantrically without having your ass sweat puddles. I'm so sick of my ass sweating while I'm trying to masturbate and have a decent time with myself. My butt sweats too much. I don't know what the deal is, and I'm not a sweaty guy. It's only when I'm whacking it or if I'm in coitus.
Yep. Even up here, dude. Nope. Dry. I mean, it's dry as fuck up here.
Mm-hmm.
Same problem.
Yeah, I don't know what it is. It's just that region of my body too. It's not like my chest or my arms or armpits, nothing like that.
Mm-mm.
Very weird.
No, yeah, I smell great.
Could be climate change.
Trying to become the kind of person that people can trust again.
I'm sure you've replayed that embarrassing moment over and over many times. Have you ever thought about what it must have been like to be on the receiving end of that Zoom call?
Well, I haven't just thought about it. I've spoken to several of my former colleagues at The New Yorker about it. And, they were shocked and appalled. I think they realized that this was not intended for them. I think they realized that this was something that I would immediately regret, as I certainly did. And it was that day that I began apologizing, and that is something that I have tried to continue to do both publicly and privately. We've covered a lot of political scandals, and we've heard what I like to think of as the politician apology, which is, I'm sorry if you were offended, which always sounds to me like I've said the words, now get off my back. That's exactly what I've tried not to do. I mean, I have tried, and I'm trying now, to say how sorry I am. Sincerely, was
anyone really offended by this?
Seriousness.
No, no one was.
I am sorry to my wife and to.
Fuck your wife, dude.
Only fucking.
Like she gives a shit. You're a millionaire.
Only resistance or.
I'm sorry. What did you say, Robin?
Resistance people were fucking offended by it because it was all these people, were all
Yeah, the usual
claiming,
suspects were.
Donald Trump is just immoral and shit, and then I can't believe he would do this, and then other people who were huge Trump supporters yeah, this guy's a hypocrite, fuck him.
Hypocrite.
Where most people are just this is hilarious.
Yeah, I think normal people could give two shits about this.
Yeah, it's the best. It's hilarious.
Yeah, there's never going to be a scenario where a guy gets caught masturbating where it's not funny. Even the creepy Elmo guy, it's still funny that this grown man got caught with his dick out. You just look like a goose. You're never going to not look like a goose if you get caught with your dick out.
Would it have been way better?
Shut up, Rabbit.
It would have been way better if he came.
Yeah.
That would have been the best.
If he came on camera.
Yes, that's the opus right there.
Or if he shot all over his keyboard and was like, oh, fuck, and he just started saying a bunch of racial epithets.
No, it hits the screen, it hits the fucking camera.
It just fogs up the lens.
Yeah, just flip. Just a white juice.
Nothing worse than a cummy lens. Please like the stream if you've ever had a cummy lens. Like the stream if you haven't.
Family, but I'm also sorry to the people on the Zoom call. I'm sorry to my former colleagues at The New Yorker. I'm sorry to my current, fortunately still colleagues at CNN. And I'm sorry to the people who read my work and who watched me on CNN and who thought I was a better person than this. And
what?
That's a thought, dude.
That's another thing. Can we please stop fucking placing public figures on pedestals? Chances are, if they're in the public eye or they've got notoriety for anything, or if they have wealth beyond imagination and stuff like that, they're not good people. They're usually not good people. They're backstabbing crazy people who cut the throats of their coworkers to get on top. And I don't think these people are any different.
Nah.
Ugh.
So, I got a lot to rebuild, but I feel very privileged and very lucky that I'm going to be able to try to do that.
I mean, one of the ironies of this whole incident
bitch's voice.
is that for decades you have covered the bad judgment and sexual proclivities of public figures and politicians like Bill Clinton and Anthony Weiner and Elliot Spitzer and Donald Trump, and I could go on.
It's the best word.
It's just trying to drop loads.
Exactly. And she's over here she's literally trying to liken him to actual sexual predators. The dude's not a sexual predator, to my knowledge. He pulled his dick out when he thought he wasn't on the internet anymore. It's happened to a million people. Like Kyle said in the chat, it's happened to J-Rock on Trailer Park Boys. If it can happen to you, it can happen to me. It's
People are trying to come.
Happened.
Shut up.
It happened to Dave. What's the guy?
Navarro.
Bass player for Megadeth.
Oh, Dave Mustaine.
Ellefson. Oh
Wait.
no, that's the guitar player, but the bass player that was always with him for the entire time while everyone else is getting fired. They just fired him, David Ellefson.
Anthony
because,
Kiedis.
Like somebody, he was doing like a masturbating on his
OnlyFans
computer, cheating on his wife by masturbating.
Oh, whatever, dude. How are you going to get kicked out of a death metal? You get kicked out of a death metal band for cheating on your wife? Get the fuck out of here.
Yeah.
I'm not saying I agree with that type of shit, but if you're the bass player for a heavy metal band, especially Megadeth where you're world famous and shit like that, you're going to probably get some puss on the side. And someone who's marrying some rich musician who's used to having world puss thrown at him all the time, I'm sorry, but him getting caught masturbating on a camera or something like that to some other bitch is the least of the things that could have happened in that scenario. Excuse me.
Yeah. Dave Mustaine's a tool. That's why they fired him. He just said, this is embarrassing.
You take a mortal man,
squash this,
put him in control.
Yeah, Dave Mustaine. I don't know. I'm not a big Mustaine guy.
Yeah.
It begs the question: why didn't you have better judgment?
Because I didn't have better judgment. Because I'm a flawed human being who makes mistakes, and there is no defense for my conduct.
Why do they always give the
only
same
issue
answer?
is what
I'm a
should be the
flawed human being who makes
And
mistakes.
The New Yorker made one decision.
That's really
Same
the only
answer every time.
Yeah. Well, that's the thing is, it's like we all know why. Like Adam said, everyone's just trying to come. All right, leave us alone. All right, no human is any different than anyone else. We're all bags of shit. We're all just trying to come. Leave us alone. Simple as that.
But he says he's a human. He
Well, you
makes
gotta be
mistakes.
responsible with it too.
He makes mistakes as human, unless it has to do with news. He never makes.
Well, that's
what
the
he
difference.
Actually saying,
Right.
By the way, so he can go fuck himself. But yeah.
Well, that's the difference between he and I. I don't make mistakes.
About the consequences.
Mr.
CNN
Stakes.
made a different decision, fortunately, for which I'm very grateful. But I am not going to come up here and like split hairs and try to come up with justifications or explanations. It was wrong. It was stupid, and I'm trying to be a better person.
I do.
Okay, whatever. That was that.
Let's get Rad Paul on the show.
Yeah.
Rad Paul, call in.
Rand Paul. Let's see. Oh, okay.
Commonwealth of Kentucky.
I'll do this last little news story real quick. I only wanted to go over this because there's a couple of different lessons here. Truck driver gets 16 years in crash that killed 5 bicyclists. Now, this says an Arizona box truck driver who plowed into bicyclists on a stretch of Nevada highway last December, killing 5 and injuring 4, was sentenced Wednesday to a minimum of 16 years in Nevada State Prison for driving under the influence of methamphetamine, causing death. Now, not even needing to get too deep into the story here, you shouldn't smoke meth and drive cars, and you also shouldn't be a bicyclist. You shouldn't ride bicycles, especially on busy highways. Now, I get it.
Bicycles and do meth either.
Well,
That's gotta
no.
be a crazy combination.
If you're gonna do that, then you should do those two together. That's the only okay scenario. Is like if you're bicycling and on meth, it cancels each other out. You're okay.
You see these
what if you're
bicycles just passing people at 75 miles an hour?
Just hear the Rough Riders anthem, and they're just zooming by. But this is just it was part of some yearly ride where they they ride like 30 miles or some shit like that. And so there was a car leading the pack of cyclists to break through the wind resistance, I guess, as they're cycling. And this box truck came in and just plowed into them, like fucked up a bunch of them. And it said somewhere in here he had like some crazy amount of meth in him. Where was it? It said like 9 times the intoxic. Oh wait, no, yeah, 9 times. He had 9 times the amount of methamphetamine in his system that it would take to impair someone. Which I don't know how you calculate that, but it's a lot of meth. It's a lot of meth.
It's booze. It's like, oh, you blew a 0.08 on the meth scale. You're coming in.
If it was a 0.7, you'd have been all right. But no, man, you're coming with me
on 0.7 meth. But what?
Yeah, to me, that's just silly. Like I don't know. Isn't it dangerous to have these types of things on highways anyway? Like, there's no guardrails in this highway. Why would you have like a huge cycling event on a straight stretch of highway where there's nothing guarding the cyclists from moving vehicles?
No, they messed
up.
Yeah, bikes. Take your fucking shit off the fucking roads.
I agree.
Get your money together, pull your money together, and make some weird paths that are paved somewhere else. We don't have time for your fucking bike antics.
Yeah.
I don't like you. You shave your legs. You look like a fucking AIDS patient, by the way. And you wear fucking, the same stuff that Lance Armstrong wears.
Hope they lose a nut.
Like, oh, you're not doing anything. You're not a fucking professional cyclist. You're just a fucking cunt who happens to fucking drive on the road and block me from getting where I'm trying to go. Fuck you. Get off the fucking roads and go fuck yourself. I'm sick of fucking bikes.
Same here. Closing the book on it.
Fuck your fucking selves.
Yeah.
You'd really love it here,
There's a lot of
dude.
truth to that.
When I was in the DMV the other day getting my stupid license, fucking there was like at least 3 or 4 people holding up the line because they had to get their golf carts registered, because there's a thing in Myrtle Beach where you can, like, in certain areas of the city, you can drive your golf cart now in lieu of a car, which I don't give a fuck because I'm never in a hurry to get anywhere anyway. But what it does is it creates drivers who can't just wait a second. So it creates really dangerous drivers who are trying to like constantly get around these golf carts. And it just, like, people already can't drive anywhere on the planet. So like adding golf carts to the mix, like, I don't give a fuck. If you want to ride your golf cart, ride your golf cart. It's your right. I don't care. It's a means of conveyance. I really don't care. But it's just the assholes that drive around this city and stuff like that. It's just, it creates more of a problem. It's just like these assholes, like there's a lot of like cyclists and bikers and shit like that here. And they'll try to, like, if there's one lane turning left, they'll take the middle lane and try to turn left before you. It's the worst shit, dude. And it's just, I don't know. I have something I do when that happens, but I'm not going to describe it on the show.
But here's the thing. You're on the fucking road, asshole. You don't get the right, when there's a red light and you're on a bike, you can just look both ways and fucking keep going.
Yeah, exactly.
And break the red light. No.
Quit treating it like a car.
If you're going to be on the road, you're a fucking car. You wait till that fucking light turns green like the other fucking vehicles on the road. That's it. But no, they're doing all this fucking stupid shit, shaving their legs, like.
How about when they try to stay balanced on 2 wheels at an intersection or like at a crosswalk or something? You see them trying to stay balanced. It's like, God, I hope your spleen gives. You just want to see their spleen burst while they're trying to like tense up and keep their bike up like that.
Yeah, because they're clipped in. Because they're edge lords. So cyclist lords.
I forget about that. Yeah, you clip your feet into the pedals there. Oh God, I hate cyclists. Cyclists really are just a waste of time.
I wonder if it's the same, if there's like a similar problem in Denmark. I think John should call in and comment on that. Don't they do a lot of cycling over there?
What is it with you and your Denmark questions?
It's just
exotic.
Is that true though, or am I wrong? Is there a lot of cycling in Denmark?
Oh, Denmark.
I don't know. Tell us, John.
Yeah, Denmark.
I feel like
Denmat, call in.
Oh, Adam's trying to do a name joke. I know.
It's definitely a lot of cycling in China.
Adam does a lot of cycling with steroids.
Yeah. Windstrom. D-ball.
Kyle says there's a lot of cycling in the Netherlands.
Oh, definitely is, dude. I
I was
remember being
racist.
there. These motherfuckers are on bikes, like A bikes, dude. Like the ones that don't have gears. They're just fucking pedaling along on the streets with these stupid bikes. Like, yeah, okay, cool. Yeah, there's a lot of water. We got it.
John says there's plenty of cyclists in Denmark as well. There was a lot in Boulder, dude. Working in Boulder, dude, you would see bicyclists get hit at crosswalks all the time. It was one of my favorite things, like, because you only saw it, like, it happened a lot, but I only saw it like a few times. But every time it happened, it was amazing because the person was being an asshole. Like, they were just trying to hurry up and get across the street real quick, and somebody was just going through and just gunned it right through the intersection and got them. I never saw anyone die, but I saw a couple people just get like knocked for a loop, you know.
Have you ever seen a jacked cyclist? Like a fucking... No, they all look, like I said earlier, AIDS patients.
I was
talking to my girlfriend about this.
I've seen a Chris cyclist.
We're driving by him. It's like everyone looks like they're hanging on to life. They're on Truvada or something. Like
most of them probably are.
Yeah, biking's stupid, dude.
You got to be floating to want to ride a 10 speed in front of people.
Yeah,
wearing a onesie, wearing those singlets,
wearing spandex and shaving your legs.
Yeah,
you have to really commit to being a fucking asshole at that point.
I don't know how much more material we can do on cyclists.
Well, dude, I remember I was at the gas station at
recycle it
close to my house, and this guy was peeling into his fucking little spandex thing for like $10 or something, and it fell out. I'm like, oh, your money fell out. Didn't say anything to me, picked it up, and then walked away.
Oh, I would have spit on his back, dude.
What?
You should have spit on his back.
I should have just fucking took your stupid money and never said anything then.
Or you should have clipped him on your way home. You should have just seen where he was on the mountain and
Yeah.
just clipped him off the fucking guardrail.
Fucking bikes.
Yeah, that's the thing. It's just, it comes with some weird unearned arrogance with them all the time. They're always just these arrogant turds, and they always know more about fitness than you for some reason. I've never met a cyclist that I enjoy.
Strong.
I wish they wouldn't live long.
Yeah, they're wearing those yellow bracelets still. Lance Armstrong is still there.
Are they?
Oh yeah.
Wasn't he blood doping? Anyway, let's get into Bologna Boys.
Elliot Page.
What was that for?
Bologna Boi.
I wish I had a picture of Adam pulled up right now. I wish Adam would let me show the Photoshop photos I have of him.
Oh no.
He won't let me show them. They're not even real photos, dude.
How can you verify they're not real?
Because they're set in 1944-ish.
Yeah, I look great for my age, dude. So what?
You gotta let me show those photos. This week, I'm gonna work on Adam and try to get him to do this because like they really are good photos. I'm proud of myself for them.
I was like that when I first joined the show.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I've been holding on to him since like Logan joined up with us, and I'm not allowed to show him. I spent so much time on him. Wait, what? Your audio cut out.
They're funny pictures.
They are funny pictures. I think the audience would enjoy them.
Yeah, maybe.
It's not like they're that bad. Maybe the one where you're crouching down, that one's kind of bad. Can I show the one where you're at the gala when you're attending the speech?
I believe that's the beer hall push.
Yeah, the beer hall push. That's what it is.
So the chat needs to say if they want to see the pics, type 1. If they don't, type 2.
Diabetes.
Type 2 diabetes. That's like I fucked up my old life. I got fat.
Too much Whack Arnold's. John Lemon types 3 in the chat. Way to go. Yeah, you can't give these animals those types of directions.
Smooth move.
So this week's Bologna Boi is this self-proclaimed like pickup artist slash self-help guy. He's your average like kind of like beta cook incel. If you're a Jesse Lee Peterson fan, he's one of them beta boys. he goes around, he's pretending to be a player or something, and then he uses a fake British accent to pick up on women. But yeah, this guy is a complete clown. He's got like 2,000 subscribers on his YouTube channel, and he tries to give out self-help advice. And yes, John Lemon, it's amazing. And this guy, I'm just gonna play the video because all of his content speaks for itself, and it's all kind of random shit like this. So I've gotten 2 different videos that he puts out to give you the best idea of what this dude's channel's content is all about. In this particular one, he uses a fake British accent to try to pick up girls, and there's a couple of things to look out for here. Kyle says, "Did that guy have a stroke?" Because of the way he talks. No, I think he's just got like a late, like I'm pretty sure I do a decent Jesse Lee Peterson impression, but like that's kind of how you would do a stroke voice, I guess. I just don't know if he ever had one officially. He doesn't have the Dick Clark lips, so I don't know.
Yeah, I was about to say, he doesn't have the droopy face. It's just like someone just like surprised him, like slapped him on the back. He was making a face, and he just stayed like that. And he's just like, "Hey,
how you doing?" Oh, John, yes, sir. I am kind of slow. I appreciate it. You looking at for me like that. Make sure you pick up my new book. But here's this guy. His name is Nick Dora. This is his channel, and this is his picking up girls with a fake British accent video. Prepare to get hard.
We must return the ring to the rightful owner of the Lord of the Rings. We're talking to girls with a...
That's him on the left here.
British...
On the left. Look at the way this idiot wears his hat and his fucking hair. That was the first thing that just killed me about this guy.
And his beard. He's, you know...
He's a complete beta cuck. And look at this guy's soul patch under here to the right. Underneath his bottom lip, he got a soul patch cut in a triangle like pussy hair.
That guy could get laid if he tripped and fell into like a pussy. Like
that guy couldn't get laid if he raped someone.
Phone's on.
Hanzo.
Oh yeah, I guess yeah.
Hanzo's
Unless someone raped him, I suppose.
Yeah.
Accent. So let's see how that goes. I have never done it, so it might be fun.
Stick your tongue out.
Would you like to
I know
hang out,
people that
love?
do that.
You're beautiful, by the way. Nicholas, nice to meet you.
Yeah, let's do that.
He doesn't even do a good
Hello.
accent.
I love your hair, by the way. I love your hair. It's beautiful.
Is that Skylar?
You're welcome, love. Cody Brannigan has emerged. I love your jacket. It's beautiful. Are you single?
Yes, that's Skylar if he didn't lift weights and actually crush puss.
Cool, by the way. Do you have a man? Oh, you single?
Skylar's a straight up pussy crusher.
I find you very attractive. Where are you from? Like Toronto? Yeah. Nice. What are you
Look,
up?
the one chick who stops to talk to him, by the way, is a beefy.
She's eating food.
God bless her. God bless her. She thinks this guy's like genuinely thinking that she's attractive. Like this is the one thing I hate about this guy. Like it's not funny to me when actual emotions get involved. Like this poor chick probably doesn't have a whole lot of dudes knocking down the door to get at it. And this guy, like, because first of all, who pays a stranger on the street attention ever? With this.
Well, this is in Canada, isn't it?
Yeah, yeah.
Up to tonight. I have to meet my friends at the pub for a little bit, but can I grab your like Insta or number or something? What's your name, by the way?
Ariel.
Ariel. Nick, nice to meet you.
No,
you're very cute. I love your eyes, by the way.
Areola.
Try today.
No, you look gorgeous, honestly. What are you up to later? What are you up to right now, actually? You just walking around?
Oh yeah, but I'm definitely not like
Oh,
up to go out.
you're just chilling right now.
Yeah, yeah.
Do you want to meet up later? Like, are you possibly free?
Like today?
Yeah, like maybe in an hour or so.
Oh, not today.
All right. Well, we can schedule something soon
Oh, sure.
if you're down. I'll just shoot you a text.
I just feel bad for this woman now.
Yeah, I'm here for school, and then now I'm just working, trying to save money. And
How's he getting away with playing this music too? By the way.
Yeah, is that Pony?
Yes, it is.
Ride My Pony or whatever?
I know damn well
Okay.
he ain't got the ducats to be paying for the rights to that song.
Yeah. And he goes to school. I don't believe
No.
any British person has graduated from.
He's not British. He's doing a
12 years
fake
old.
British accent, and he lives in
Right,
Canada.
that's what I'm saying. That should be a red flag. No British person has graduated from like beyond 12 years old.
Dude, she's beefy.
So
she's
they're,
just
like,
trying
retarded.
she's just trying to find love in this crazy world, and he's being a piece of shit on YouTube while his friends over
Canadian.
here fucking filming it. We really do need to nuke Canada just as a warning, just to shake off the cobwebs, and then we could start going after the rest of the world.
Yeah,
glass of
Canadian bacon.
Yeah. I just hate this kid.
Actually, with my buds, yeah. Are you living downtown?
Yeah, just like in City Place.
Oh, nice. Yeah, I've been in a couple of years right now. So I've just been working, save money. I did a year school and I didn't like it that much, so now I just
He
I
just
was
said he was in
for a bit,
school.
to be honest.
A male
and like I
stripper?
stacked cash, and then I was working like
no one
sales
believes
and many
that.
things. So yeah, I've just been bored, honestly. I don't know that many people. I just know like a couple, like my roommates off Kijiji and things like that. Yeah, I mean we could hang out if you're down. I'll shoot you a text if you're off for it. Do you drink at all, or like beer, wine?
Come on,
I like
why are you
liquor,
asking
like-
that shit?
Oh, sorry, my bad.
have
Do you want me to punch it in?
Yeah.
Yeah, my phone's kind of fucked, honestly.
I have to put the number
yeah,
in.
Ariel.
647
647
830.
830.
Yeah, I was just
Oh,
gonna
no.
say-
Oh, I was about to say, dude, I really thought.
They almost stocked that bitch.
I would have called it right now, dude. I would have called it right now.
man.
Don't ever give me a phone number on this show. I swear to God, dude, I'll call that shit so fast.
Supply the choppers like.
Oh, no way, yeah.
From like the post.
Oh, yeah. Oh, what do you... For what, sorry?
Like the post.
Oh, yeah. You live, like, around here, though? Or...
Yeah, like. a
Oh.
5-minute walk.
Oh, no way.
Did they
Okay,
get
so-
her consent
yeah,
for
we
this?
can arrange something if you're down. I'm not doing much. Like, I
Manufactured,
guess
probably
maybe
not.
another day if you're busy, but
Yeah.
yeah, I'll hit you up. Then let's see.
Oh,
We're good.
wait, what's your name?
Nick, Ariel, right?
Yeah.
All right, very nice to meet you. You're very
Woman
pretty.
factory.
Have a good one.
I mean, where the fuck should I really even start?
With the tongue out and stuff, dude. Why are you proud of yourself? How are you proud of yourself for that?
I get how you're not proud of yourself for that, but you shouldn't be proud of yourself for sticking your tongue out in any picture or video on social media either. So
Agree to disagree.
British accent. I am at least 2 points more attractive.
Oh, this guy's
really
hard to ask
fucking loud.
out.
I'm pissing everybody off, mate. I'm a little bit of a dick. All right, we get cross. We're taking a piss. Oh, excuse me.
Dude, I would nail this guy in the
There's no
nose.
cars, are there? Oh, we must go
punch him in the
quickly.
stomach.
Yeah, dude.
Mate,
I'd just take his
fuck.
camera and throw it on the
Pussy's
roof
quite
somewhere.
wet indeed, and she's waiting for this cock, mate. Not this one. She's not attractive enough. Yeah. We're getting some.
Oh, and you are attractive enough with your fucking vape and your stupid
Yeah.
cocked back beanie and your 5 o'clock shadow because you're 15 and can't grow a beard. Oh my God, this kid needs to get his stomach kicked in.
He's an asshole.
To make this more interesting for you all. Spread the puss for everyone. If I get puss, everyone gets puss. Cheers to that, mate.
Who says puss
Fucking
like
hell.
that?
So I said that pussy's like
Yeah, they say cunt.
Yes, the pussy's quite nice, quite wet.
Look
Quite
at
viscous,
this
if you will, with
ragtag group of dudes.
Ovulation fluid.
These dudes aren't getting shit, man. That's why they're hassling beefies at crosswalks, putting it on the internet. They're Canadian, so you know they can't fight. And it's just these are
Fuck either, apparently.
no, these are beta cocks, man. These people aren't getting no pussy, and they're out here being betas, and they're filming themselves for the YouTube. I know a lot of you out there, you film yourself on the YouTube trying to be a celebrity and whatnot. You're just a beta. Amazing.
Lesbian.
She's a lesbian.
Fluids. It's quite nice indeed.
I said that pussy's like a doorknob. All my mates shall get a turn.
Yes, indeed. Everybody shall
I didn't understand
enter,
a word he said.
but I'll be the one.
He said the pussy's like a doorknob. All my mates get a turn, but he did it in a half British, half like Arab guy accent. I think he was trying to do
Yeah, I
British,
was
but
like,
it
was
went.
Borat?
He went Middle East or Eastern Bloc with it at the last end there.
Yeah.
One who
Yeah, I
will
thought he was
claim
doing
that puss
Borat.
for myself. That's my wife over there. My mates may fuck me wife, but that's my woman at the end of the day. I don't even know what I'm saying.
Whoa, that was revealing. Did you hear that?
He's a cuckold.
Yeah, that dude just revealed. He showed his cards.
Yeah.
He said the boys can stab, but he wants to come in for the cleanup.
Oof.
What are you gonna do? You know, I mean, some people are like that. Some people like to clean the bull once the bull has finished. Adam's a big bull prepper guy.
How many pussies waiting for you, Josh?
At least 3 right now, mate.
But the thing is, they all whores. So like I can't
Look at his
trust
acne
them. I know they're
scars.
fucking other people, but I still love them. British lads.
That dude's got he's got crater face, and he and his little skeevy friends are just talking about pussy and like this. I need to see the comments. Got 8 likes to 40 dislikes, us being one of them.
Nice.
Oh, dude,
What's this
the
guy's name
first
again?
comment, dude. First comment picks up an overweight homely girl, then winks at the camera like he's Tom Cruise. Oh no. And then this person says, bro, try an Indian accent. This guy says, wow, creepy and pathetic. There's 7 comments. That's about it. Yeah, this dude's name's Nick Dora.
What if he tried an Indian accent? He's like, hi yo way, hi yo way.
My God.
His videos, like, look at this one. This one says, I was bullied and I deserved it. Hold on, let me look at this real quick. It's 12 minutes.
they're
Obviously, we're not
Canadians,
gonna watch 12 minutes of this shit, but I want to see what he has to say.
What's going on, guys? Nick here, and in this video,
Wow.
I want to
Quit
talk
holding
about
your
the
mic.
importance of having a backbone. Okay, now as society progresses, I've noticed that men
See, if Logan didn't get pussy, this would be Logan.
feminine. Okay, what
Logan be
makes
crushing ass though.
men and differentiates them in the sex.
He does look like Logan, man. Looks like
Logan's better looking than that guy.
I don't think he does.
Yeah. Thank you, Adam.
Yeah, fuck that.
To, be assertive.
Rabbi, you're gonna get jumped, dude.
Have aggression when necessary, and to be able
Promise.
to step up and take charge, and
Step up,
let
prep
things
up.
fall off their back like water. Okay, see,
He's too busy messing with his fucking hair in the camera. I hate that when people look up at themselves in the camera and shit like that all the time.
Story about when I was bullied.
He needs to brush his hair.
With his youth medium shirt on that he's got.
Basically, grade 8, beginning of high school.
It's got stains on it too. What are you doing? Like, is he trying to flex or is he just like, oh, I don't give a shit, man?
Right? So I was a very non-confrontational person. I was, for the majority of my life, raised by women. You know, whether it was
Sure.
my grandmother, whether it was like
I'm sure they'd be
after-school
pumped about how you are
programs,
now.
female, whether it was my mother while my dad was working primarily.
To me, it looks like he's talking into one of those hotel hair dryers. Like, like if it wasn't plugged into anything, he's just talking into a hair dryer. His mom feels bad for him, so she comes in and hits record every once in a while. All right, I don't care about this video. I wanted to show you guys the other one. So this one, he talks about NoFap. This is if you guys recall, like every time we see a channel like this where dudes are like self-proclaimed like self-help guys or like, you know, self-proclaimed alphas or what have you, they always bring semen retention into it, whether or not it works.
Look how he fits in that couch.
He's a
The
little
couch-
boy.
Yeah, this is a tiny person.
Also, look
That
at he's got a
couch is like
collared shirtless button up or a collared sleeveless button up, and the buttons are stressed out because the shirt's so small. He's already a small boy, and he's wearing even smaller shirts.
Yep.
Oh my god, this dude's infuriating, and that fucking haircut, man. Like you can tell he's trying to be like he's trying to do some like kind of hipstery, like mysterious look, when really he just looks like a fucking mark. This dude would get robbed.
Trick ass Mark.
And his mask on the couch there to his side. This dude sucks.
What's up, guys? Nick here, and in this video, I want to talk about the long-standing
pubes edge,
I guess you could say, community of NoFap. Okay, it's been around for a while.
I need to shave my pubes, dude. They're
and
getting out of
I've
control.
looked into it over the years.
It's making me itch.
And I keep going back and forth on whether or not I found it was, effective and useful. And I kept questioning, like, is NoFap really something that can help improve your productivity?
Ask Adam.
Can you actually get more done? Can you be more motivated, energetic, like, lively individual? And I've always questioned whether or not NoFap is legit. And in the periods in my life where I've actually done NoFap, I have to admit I have been more productive. I've had more of that go-getter attitude, okay? I've had more of an authority and an assertion.
He's basing all of this on the time that he spent from like childhood until he discovered masturbation too. He's not even talking about like, oh, I started masturbating, then stopped masturbating. It was like, I was more productive before I found out about masturbation. Yeah, we all were.
Assertiveness in the way I convey myself and the way I tackle, obstacles and challenges in my life. So going back to, let's say, grade 7, grade 8, I was doing advanced mathematics. Okay, so like I was in grade 7, I was doing grade 11 math. There was me and a couple other students who were the quote unquote gifted kids in the class who were allowed to try more advanced math.
I hate when people do that, like, oh, I'm not trying to brag or anything, but yeah, I in college I had a roommate, Robbie, I don't know if you remember this guy. It was like when I first started going to school there, my roommate who was autistic, and he would go around telling people he had the super genius autism so that people didn't think he was dumb. He failed out the first semester, obviously, but he was the same dude that like would hear me banging in my room, and he would like stand outside the door and jack it. Did you ever meet that guy?
Wait, was he like a really short dude and kind of looked like dirty and like fucked up teeth and shit? Or is that someone else?
No, he was kind of overweight, had like glasses, and then your standard like retarded kid shaved head haircut. And he played World of Warcraft all the fucking time. His name was Thomas. His dad's name was Chip.
That's fuzzy.
His dad's name was Chip, and he sold BMWs. His dad was cool as shit. You could tell his dad was just so disinterested in anything he had going on in his life because he was too busy crushing puss and selling Beamers. This guy reminds me of my roommate, though. Just completely clueless and unaware.
And I had a really cool teacher who let us try this out. And I had a knack for it. I was just naturally one of those kids who it came easy to. All right. So I was doing extremely well. I was getting straight A's. Like I was getting 100 in every single class, basically, especially mathematics. And things were looking up for me. I showed so much potential to the point where I sparked envy in some of my peers. Boy. They thought I was a little bit too perfect in a lot of ways.
No one thought you were too perfect.
Who wanted to take me down because they knew that I was, doing well in mathematics, and I was a social kid, and I was just full of life and happy. And
no bully gives a shit about a kid doing well in math. You're getting bullied because of the way you look and the way you act, you little fuck boy.
Yeah, because you're doing well in math, because he doesn't.
He's like, yeah, the bullies used to just hold me down and fuck me, man. I thought it was because I was so good looking. He's just such a clueless little shit.
Like motivated and social naturally. And
his shirt getting stressed out around the button area is killing me too.
Fapping, okay. And so I had some peers, some classmates who talked about how, they started fapping in grade 7, grade 8.
Fapping is masturbation if you're over the age of 30.
Have, like a sex drive and the desire to start fapping. But for the longest time, I guess I was a late bloomer. I didn't have any desire. Like probably until the age of 13, 14, like I didn't really feel a desire to pursue women or to fap or have any like sex drive. Like I was pretty much asexual until that age. And it's strange, it could be genetic, could be that my hormones took a while to kick in, but like that's how I was. And then eventually I reached that age while doing this advanced mathematics and being like, the top performer in my classes. And then I started fapping, okay? I tried it out one day and I got too much into it, okay? I have a bit of an obsessive personality.
What?
So with fapping, I just went all in. I'd spend hours.
When you first discover masturbation, of course you go all in. I remember the first time I ever did it, and I just remember thinking, I can do this whenever I want.
Yep.
Like, this is the greatest thing ever. It was, you might as well have handed me a crack pipe and a fucking $1 million in cash. I was done after that. But this dude's over here like, I hate how all these guys, the one thing they have in common is that they always try to make masturbation seem like a bad thing. When it's like, no, dude, it's like, I don't know. I've never not had female companionship throughout my life, like from my teen years on and stuff like that. But the entire time, I'm still masturbating. I'm jacking off regardless of whether or not there's a woman in my life or not. Like it's just one of those things where it's me time. It's me loving myself and getting the poison out of my bag. And I don't want anyone else fucking trying to tell me that that's wrong, because I know it's not wrong. Something that feels that awesome cannot be bad. Aside from like crack and stuff like that. And yes, Amy, I did say he looks like a Mark. Yeah, he's a total puss boy.
Mark-ass Mark.
Yeah, the Mark-ass Mark. Buster. Them whack-ass sneakers. Kyle says, yeah, it's called being a 13-year-old boy. And this guy's supposed to be a genius. Or he claims he is. Yeah, this guy's not a genius. I hate these fucking people who get out of high school and they like become these legends in their own mind. Like not a single thing is interesting about them, so they just have to fucking like make shit up as they go.
Yeah, I wouldn't say he's a genius. He's probably a khakiyist.
I'm not even going to give you a turkey on that one. You're just a fucking bad person.
Call in if you get that joke.
No one got that joke. You didn't get that joke.
Just fapping and then playing video games. And over time, I noticed that my motivation dwindled. It lowered significantly, all right? I wasn't meeting deadlines anymore. I wasn't getting things done. I wasn't like, completing my homework and performing as well as I could. I almost felt
my teacher wanted to know what it was all about.
Like I couldn't think as sharply as I used to. And then I just got more and more into it over the years, going into high school and whatnot.
T-zone and whatnot.
I have to say that it had a profoundly...
What if he was like, I really got into it, man, and all of a sudden I'm out of preschool, I'm going into primary school, and it just became a problem.
Effect on me, okay? And
Adam just got hard.
Going back to NoFap, being a grown male at the age of 24, I've been trying it out again.
Grown male? No, sir.
The more I get into
being an underdeveloped man boy...
Releasing semen. Okay.
His skin looks like cum.
The more I get things done. It's really interesting. And Napoleon Hill talks about this in his book Think and Grow Rich, where, a guy's semen, if you will, is like his manly essence is correlated directly to his
So I drank it so I wouldn't waste
to get
it.
Things done. His assertiveness, his like
This guy actually, now that I'm thinking about it, he does look like he fits the profile for those professional tickler guys and the semen drinking guys, the cum tasters.
Yep.
There, it seems like that's something I'm starting to kind of get from this, because we've at this point in our illustrious broadcasting careers, we've covered a few self-help gurus and self-proclaimed pickup artists and stuff like that. They all have this same thing in common, this like overwhelming sense of femininity, whether they want it there or not. It's there, it's present. They're usually underdeveloped man boys, or they're like juiced up fitness guys who just want to drink each other's cum for the protein and the potassium and nothing else. But they're all the same. They're all the same
they
guys.
did in Penn State.
What?
You heard me.
Did you say like in Penn State?
Yeah.
That's a very dated pedophile joke.
Molestation, dude.
John Lemon says, like all pickup artists, he surrounded himself with even bigger losers, which makes him think he is a winner. Yeah, dude. Yeah, and like bitches be doing that shit too, man. When they get like a nice little homely girl around them or something like that, and like a 6 can very easily look like a 7.5 if you have like an ugly friend. Also, I will say, a decent ass will save a woman's face sometimes too. And I know that sounds crass, but you all think it. You all know that it's the truth. We're not over here like trying to pretend to be better people than we are. We know how people are. I've been on
can save everyone.
Yeah. You know how many times, like I said, I've never been without female company for the most part of my life. And like, I've heard so many conversations of like girls with their friends and stuff like that. And they'll be like, oh, low key though, I won't date a guy unless he's making so-and-so, or unless he has so-and-so. And I'm like, you trifling bitches. It's
trifling.
8 figures. That's my type.
Yeah. 8 inches. That's the pipe. I like how she's being kind about the 8-inch thing. She's not going too long as into like embarrassing anyone, but she's like 8 inches. That's a good pipe. Whatever. I mean, now certainly I'm not pushing 8 inches of pipe, but I can respect her game.
'Cause you're beta.
I ain't no beta. And first of all, Robbie, you want to catch yourself?
8-inch pipe.
You're a beta, man.
You got 8-inch pipe.
I'm gonna serve you with the documentation and make you go to court and libelous talk against me. You're a beta. You're a wizard beta.
and desire to achieve great
You
things in
are
this
the
life.
children.
And that makes a lot of sense, even from a scientific perspective. Because if you think about it this way, dopamine is released every time you come.
Now he's a scientist.
Okay? And if you're constantly ejaculating and releasing sperm, you're constantly having that dopamine hit, okay, as much as you want, almost like a push of a button. So if you're constantly stimulating
With a stroke of a fleshy staff,
and it's constantly releasing dopamine into your system, your desire to tackle challenges and to, like hustle and grind and be productive is diminished, because your body rationalizes and your brain rationalizes that I can just get dopamine an easier way, so I don't have to tackle challenges. But by abstaining from fapping, you're not giving your body that instant dopamine hit anymore. So if you can override your reptilian brain, that animalistic desire to like fap and release and signal that those
This just isn't for us.
If
He's speaking to a completely different audience. I didn't realize.
Gonna talk about interdimensional child molesters.
I just didn't realize he was talking to a segment of the population that I thought was still theory. There are those YouTube crackpots who think that reptilians are living in the hollow earth.
Yep.
Take that, flat earthers. How can we have hollow earth if the earth's flat? I want to meet a flat earther who also believes in the hollow earth theory.
Oh, they exist. For sure.
It's like a stuffed crust pizza, except for there's no cheese in the crust. It's just tubes. You can set your beds up in.
Override that by engaging in nofap, then your brain has to find other means of acquiring dopamine. All right. Now, dopamine is acquired when you accomplish challenges and hurdles in your life, and you achieve things. All right. So if you're no longer fapping and you no longer have that instant dopamine release, you're gonna find other means of getting that dopamine. All right. Now, dopamine kind of gives your brain like a high, comparable to drugs, comparable to like cocaine. All right, and your body loves that high. All right, it gets addicted to that high.
What is this guy talking about?
Fapping for extended periods of time, for weeks or months or even years.
All right, that's enough, Nick Dora. I can't do it with that fucking guy. He talks in circles.
Jesus.
All these YouTube like self-help guys are just the worst, man. Like, that's one cool thing and shitty thing about YouTube is it allows anyone with some kind of weird like narcissistic complex to have a show, hence Brass Tacks. But these fucking self-help guys who just proclaim to be the answer to certain things, especially when it comes to like, oh, this is what you have to do to be a real man. Is it wearing your fucking baseball cap over your two long bangs and your sleeveless button up with a collar on it?
I think he's CIA.
I think he's too long foo.
Okay, I think you both have had enough for the day.
Oh, you're just getting started.
Couple of swings and a couple of misses there. It's always nice when all the bombs release at the same time.
CIA.
Dude, I'm really hoping this fucking weather comes back. I was looking forward to like a nice storm while we were streaming today, and I'm looking out the window and it's just kind of like gray out, and I'm not getting my storm. Robbie, do some wizard shit and make it rain over here.
It's racist.
Robbie's shooting fucking Sauron fan fiction later on.
No, I'm Gandalf.
No, you're giving yourself a lot of credit.
Gandalf the gay.
Gandalf was
I'm a
Magneto.
hero. I'm a fucking hero.
My hero.
Oh.
Adam, are you excited for this graduation party?
No.
Are you going to socialize and talk to people and be like, hey, yeah, I just refinanced so-and-so, and I'm going to second mortgage on the house.
I didn't do any of those things, so no.
We got vitamin B shots at work the other day. It's really nice, And they set up the massage tables. Adam gets courtesy tug jobs at work, so it keeps him fresh on the screen. He doesn't lose billions of dollars.
We do get massages though, so.
Yeah, I know you do.
I just don't like massages. I don't want people touching me.
Get the fuck out of here, dude. We've gotten massages together.
Experience.
We have.
You enjoyed that massage?
It was all right. Yeah, that chick was hot, dude.
Fat
She was a
booty
hippie
hippie
hot
chick. Yeah. I had to take one for the team because it was Adam's birthday, so I let this muscly Russian man give me a massage.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
I guess, like, I mean...
Dude, that's...
What?
You've done that before, come on.
No, that's the first...
Like,
Oh, no.
The team.
No, that's the second time a man's massaged me professionally.
You've been
There was
playing
another...
on a lot of teams then.
Well, no, I'm saying, like, before that, there was one other
teams.
time where
You're
I was
free
at a...
agent.
Oh, my God. There was one other time where I was, like... I think I was in my early 20s.
Keep on.
Yeah? Hope you run out of breath and fucking die. Piece of shit. Anyway. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know where I was going with that. Fucking.
You had a Russian rub on you.
It doesn't fucking matter, Rabbi. You got your little moment in the sun. You had it. You dropped it. You're the fucking Icarus of the bunch. Adam, quit moving your stupid little butt around, dude. We see it. Anyone not watching it live, just know that Adam's got this stupid little Rasta weed nug that he puts in the camera, and he moves it around, and it's just infuriating because it's got this stupid little smiley face on it.
Yeah, man. White boy summer, dude. Look at this guy. He's excited.
He had a
about
stroke.
White boy summer.
Big up.
Adam's looking for a black queen.
Yeah, Lord of mercy.
Oh God. I had 3 tacos for lunch, and they're coming up on me. Did you, Rick? Yeah, I did. You guys are so good at being on a talk show.
I mean, why does that have to do?
I don't know. I mean, like, and now, like, hold on.
Well, guess what? I'm gonna cook a steak.
You won't.
I'm gonna cook a ribeye, motherfucker.
I've known you for years. You
Yes, I
won't
will.
cook a steak.
I'll cook the fuck out of it. Thinking I'm playing.
All right. Well, I'm gonna let you
don't
guys
know.
go ahead and
You
do
don't
all
know
that.
me.
You guys are such bags of shit. Look at Adam over here with a cigarette in his mouth, looking like Hunter S. Thompson. Adam wishes he was that cool. Anyway, all right. You guys have a great rest of your weeks. Thank you for joining us today. Appreciate it. If you guys have any suggestions or anything for the show that you want to see us cover, send your suggestions to therealbrasstacks@gmail.com. Make sure you follow us on Instagram or Facebook, just in case we have to change show times and stuff like that. I did think there's one practical reason to follow us on social media. I don't update them a lot, but like if we ever do change the show times, it's always good to follow us on there because I always post that. But we're the Real Brass Tacks on Instagram, Brass Tacks Podcast on Facebook, and make sure you're subscribed. Please like the stream, all that good shit. Until next week, you guys take it easy and be decent. Don't be assholes, and I'll see you next time.
It's nice to be important. More important to be nice. Exercise your Fifth Amendment and First Amendment rights.
And free Julian Assange, free Palestine, or fuck your mother. Or you can check me out on Twitter at Rabbi Red Eye. That's right. It's been updated to at Rabbi Red Eye. So you're welcome, Logan.
Logan, what's your OnlyFans?
At Rabbi Red Eye. OnlyFans.com.
Yeah.
All right.
Fuck yeah.
Have a good week, everybody, and take care. Be safe. All that good shit. Bye, y'all.